YouTube. This thing right here that I got on the camera is my Pexto metal shear. It is a heavy duty metal shear. It is thick. See, this is how thick the metal is. It's a chunky monkey. It cuts. It needs a makeover. I have the, where is it? Hold on. If you look over here, I gotta put the name. I took the nameplate off so I can redo it. Anyway, this is my Pexto heavy duty metal shear. I bought it off some dude who, when it was, let me move this out of the way. I bought it off of Craigslist, and well, the guy who sold it to me, I guess he uploaded a picture on Craigslist, and he was like, yeah, okay, I'll drop it off. You know, it was $100. That was my budget, $100. And what it is it weighs about 100 pounds. I mean, look at this thing. Look how thick this is how thick the top is. It's got the little adjuster thing here to adjust the metal. I'm going to show you how it works in a second. But the picture was all distorted, and it looked like a 4.5 inch throatless shear. Like the picture looked like it was about this wide with a handle. And then when he dropped it off, it was 100 some pounds. It's crazy. So anyway, I'm going to show you. I got to cut some little pieces of steel. What I'm doing is I'm cutting some pieces of flat bar for the little flat pads on what do you call them making there? What was I saying? It would help by measuring. Help I do a little measuring first. Yeah, that would help. Let's jump out of the way. Let's pause this. I'm going to measure it first, and I'll go back in camera. All right. I'm building a shoe rack for my mother-in-law, and I need pads for the feet because I don't want to have bars stuck in the floor. So I'm going to show you how to use this awesome Pexto metal shear. Watch this. Yeehaw. That's one little pad. And then we move this over like so. Put it right there. It's probably not square, but we're going to round it off later anyway. So there's another one. Lift this up a little. Move that up. This. Chop. Makes a lot better work. It does about a 1/8 inch thick cut. It'll cut about 1/8 inch metal, which is pretty good. I do have to make a little like bench on this side to clamp stuff down because it does. You have to hold it. So I would like to put it on the bench and put a little thing for the stand on. But yeah, if you notice, I don't know if you can see this, but see, it does simple little cuts. And if they're a little bit curved, you can just hammer them down. But yeah, that's the gist of my cutter. Well, instead of putting my whole big shoe rack on the counter, I'm just going to show you what I plan to do. We'll just say this is the leg. And what I'm going to do is take these little pieces, I'm going to make them round, and I'm going to weld them on here, onto the leg. But I just want to round off the edges, because I don't want this gouging into linoleum or whatever. I'm going to round off the edges on my grinder, make sure it's all nice and round. Probably drill a hole through it and weld it, or weld it on the top, whatever. Sorry, I got the hiccups. And then what I'd like to do is take this, after it's all rounded, and just take a hammer and just make it so it's kind of concave. I mean, that way it's kind of like beveled up a little. So this way, if it rides across the floor or it doesn't just gouge into someone's floor. So, and beyond that, I gotta also cut a piece of wood to fit in the top for the seat. I was gonna make little bars tonight, but it's late here and someone's probably called the police on me. So I usually do all my hammering during the day and try to do like the quiet shit like welding and stuff at night. So yeah, I'm gonna grind all these down, flatten them all, grind off the edges, make them round edges. Maybe I might just make them round, whatever. and then I'll tack weld it to the bottom, see how it looks. And then when they're on the bottom, I'll just take my hammer and just round them all down. The what do you call it? Rack itself is actually coming up pretty good. Give you a peek. Yeah, it's me again. This is the shoe rack. See, basically shoes go on here, on there. I got a, like in the previous little video I made, I'm putting the little feet on it. I'm gonna probably cut the piece of wood in my little sloppy ass, what do you call it, section over there, and then I gotta notch out the corners here, the little pieces in each corner. Sorry about the insulation there. Gotta put more in the ceiling, and pretty much grind it all down. Make sure it's all nice and deburred. And after that, I'm not sure what color to paint. Maybe gray, maybe black. I don't know. I probably got to bring it inside to paint it because it's getting way too cold out. I have a big giant metal bar next to my head here, so it's looking good. So next, metal feet, primer, the wood. I'll probably have to probably punch a few holes in here so I could screw the piece of wood on top, and then I should be done. Oh yeah, and I got to either stain or paint or everything or whatever, the wood. It's all good. It's coming along. I'm gonna work on it some more, weld some things in place, and just do probably another video where I finish the end, and the last video will just be the piece of wood.